This topic needs to be covered. Tigers have been known to kill bears, but usually the bears eaten by large tigers are often young female Himalayan bears, so they regularly go for smaller female bears rather than attacking a larger male grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are also taller and much larger than a Siberian tiger. Although I have to say, tigers are more experienced hunters than bears. Although it is thought bears are carnivores, bears are actually omnivores and will eat both plant and animal matter. They typically hunt salmon, but when they're hungry enough, they've been known to hunt bigger prey such as animals like moose. Okay, let's just say a moose isn't an easy target. It is the largest species of the deer family, even surpassing elk, caribou. Just want to know, caribou and reindeer are the same animal. Everywhere else they're called caribou, but in Europe they're just called reindeer to make it more special. But unlike Rudolph and the Rudolph, they can't fly. But when tigers hunt, they can bring down gaur. Gaurs are large wild cows that can be often bigger than the tiger. Gaurs are not also an easy prey. They have sharp colossal horns that can pierce through a tiger. Interestingly, although the tiger is the hunter, there are more tigers killed by gaur than cowards killed by tigers. So like I said, there are more tigers killed by gaurs than gaurs killed by tigers. There was even one case where a tigress had been impaled by a large gaur. The tigress may have attacked the gaur because she was hungry. Let's just say bulls, bison, or even cows for that matter aren't easy prey. Some of them can be massive. But honestly, I do think a tiger can hunt and kill a moose. I mean, think about it. Even cougars, which are significantly smaller than tigers, occasionally kill and eat moose. But I do have to say, bears also hunt bison, which are significantly bigger than a grizzly bear. Bison are herbivorous and eat grass. And if you want to know, bison once roamed North America, but they were eventually hunted by humans, and their bones could be sold as fertilizer. Humans in general need to stop hunting animals unless it's legal. Some animals are legally protected by other humans. People put them on wildlife safaris, trying to guard them from poachers or hunters. Like I have to say, the most endangered massive beast is the rhinoceros. They are killed for their horns. Some people think they can be made as medicine, which isn't a surprise since humans aren't as smart as humans. There are some cases where humans are smarter than animals. Rhinos, first of all, have very poor eyesight and rely on their sense of smell rather than their sense of hearing or seeing. They don't have very keen eyesight compared to an animal like a hawk who has this raptor has a greater keen eyesight than rhinos, for example. And eagles also have been known to prey on cheetah cubs. But most often, relatively speaking, tigers have killed smaller sloth bears, which are arguably smaller than black bears, grizzly bears, and arguably polar bears. So, and get this, in India, the sloth bear is feared more than the tiger because they maul people and they have enough strength to rip your face off. Despite being called sloths, they are named for their sloth-like characteristics, but they are anything but lazy. Also, sloths do not like when you pick it up, so I suggest not picking up a sloth unless you want to get mauled to death. Some tigresses have been known to kill female brown bears, some of which are heavier than the tigress itself. But we do have to take in consideration that the tiger is the largest of the big cats, even surpassing the lion, and it should be the king of the jungle. But the jaguar is faster, and in my opinion, I just feel like leopards and jaguars, like, they're the kings. I mean, think about it. Leopards are faster than lions, and jaguars are faster than leopards, lions, and tigers. The only cat that outruns the jaguar is the cheetah. But cheetahs are weak compared to other predators. Even spotted hyenas take advantage of cheetah and cheetah cubs. So I do think a tiger can kill a bear, but only if it snuck up on the bear and went directly for the throat. In a fight between a Siberian tiger and a brown bear or a grizzly, a Siberian tiger would win a fight against a grizzly because the Siberian tiger is more an efficient killer. It doesn't eat plants like bears do. But if we're talking about a bear, a particular bear found in Antarctica, also known as the ice bear, yes, the polar bear will definitely win a fight against a tiger. Polar bears are large, and they are the only member of the carnivora family that is exclusively meat eaters because there is no vegetation in their habitat. They mostly eat seals, fish, and they can even hunt and kill walruses. They are really efficient killers, and they aren't preyed upon by no animal, although I feel like orcas and sharks might pose a danger to cubs, and they can possibly kill an adult, but orcas generally don't target or kill polar bears. Polar bears are considerably larger than grizzly bears, although in a fight between a grizzly bear and a polar bear, the polar bear would win. If they were swiping at each other, I mean, not the polar bear, the grizzly bear would win. If they were swiping at each other, the grizzly bear would have an advantage because their claws are more adapted to swiping, but in a wrestling match, the advantage could turn to the polar bear. So I feel like a grizzly bear can indeed kill a polar bear. Polar bears are terrified of grizzly bears, and they offer their carrion to the much smaller bear. So polar bears are one of those animals that will actively go out of their way to hunt humans. Most bears, especially malnourished bears, will hunt people for food, being the largest terrestrial land carnivore. A polar bear can do significant damage to a human and to an adult human. That includes male, female, child. It doesn't matter what your gender are. You stand no chance against a polar bear. You can't even get down on the ground or use bear spray. You're gonna get eaten regardless. At least with like a brown bear. Although bears might seem cute and they might seem like the adorable teddy bears we know and love, bears are anything but adorable. In real life, bears, they're efficient killers and they're highly dangerous to humans. If these bears are they are relatives, they are closely related to dogs. So that means every time you're wondering, why are there big cats and no big dogs? Just remember, coyotes, wolves, foxes, and other dog-like carnivore animals, even mustelids are like dog-like animals, although there once was a case where a wolverine killed a polar bear. Yet wolverines are significantly smaller than the average grizzly bear or the average polar bear. Grizzly bear can eat large prey such as bison, moose, elk, and fish, but that's about it. Other than that, they are really herbivores and rely on plant matter like berries, grasses, and other herbaceous material. But the grizzly bear should not be underestimated because they are very large and they pose a threat to humans. So do not underestimate this fluffy teddy bear, or whatever you want to call it. So you got your answer. Tigers do hunt bears, but they mostly hunt bears when they're hibernating. Bears aren't true hibernators. In fact, animals like ground squirrels really hibernate. But tigers seem to kill bears if they're in hibernation. Or they might kill smaller sloth bears, which are smaller than grizzly, polar bear, and practically all the bears. Actually, the smallest bear species is the honey bear. The honey bear is also referred to as the sun bear. The sun bear is about the size of a small dog, but it is still a formidable opponent. Back in the wild, it takes several wolves to kill an adult bear. Wolves often travel in packs to overtake larger prey, so bears should not be underestimated. In fact, I think bears are significantly stronger than that of tigers. I mean, they have a bite force that can crush a bowling ball. And there was once a rodent called Joseph Ortega Manesi who had a bite force that was stronger than that of a tiger and a crocodile, and it was the size of a large buffalo or a bison, and it probably used its incisors just as modern day elephants use their tusks. It probably used it to dig up roots and to defend itself from other larger predators. It lived in a time where prehistoric ostrich-like birds. It lived in an environment with animals like terror birds who were roughly the size of an ostrich, and they can run as fast as an ostrich. Ostriches are primarily herbivorous, although they will hunt small lizards and rodents and like other plant material. So I do think bears are significantly stronger than tigers. They are more efficient killers and they have more experience in bringing down large prey.